Previously on X-Men.
Which means we are officially going up the mountain.
And now for our feature presentation.
Which means we are officially going up the mountain. We'll see what the old man has for us. Wait, I had full arrows. I see an item and I'm just like, I should probably pick that up. I definitely don't need it, but I should pick it up anyway. Why is that money? It shouldn't be money, it should be magic. It is true, the only drawback to picking up things that I don't need is that it takes a little bit of time to go to my way. I lost whole seconds there. Maybe a whole second, I'm not sure. Yeah, I had to make some phone calls earlier, which is weird, you know, making actual phone calls where I talk to people. I needed to check on the local restaurants that I was talking about earlier that I'm gonna potentially go to. Oh, the hook shot. Old man, I love you. Let me go into this cave and smooch. Smooch. Get my health back. Yeah, I had to make some phone calls. One of the friends I'm going with is fairly allergic to peanuts. So I had to be like, hey, what's the situation there? And both of the restaurants that I called, they were like, oh, it's fine. We, you know, allergies, we take that shit seriously. Anything cooked with peanuts gets done in a, you know, separate pan, basically. They keep the peanut food separate, which was the main concern. I don't have the mirror, so I can't get into the Tower of Hera the conventional way, but I can get into the Tower of Hera because I have the hammer. This is weird. Yeah, it'll be interesting. One of the places I'm checking out is like a 5-minute walk from the house. The other's probably closer to 10 or 15, we'll see. I'm leaving it up to the other folks. $20. The Book of Medora. Okay, I also have access to the Desert Palace now. Both of the Light World crystals are now well within my grasp. Heart. $20. Another $20. Bombs. $50. Okay. God, with no sword. Can I bomb jump correctly? I can bomb jump correctly. That bomb jump saves actual seconds, like probably 10 or so at least. What are you, item in Hookshot Cave? Okay, I don't need to worry about that. One more cave to check over here. God. That mold worm should have just cleaned my clock. I completely forgot I didn't have the sword, so I was just dashing. Alright, Spiral Cave is the flute. Okay. That is a god tier item. Alright, we are very happy with the flute. Yeah, that's your basic fast travel system in this game. So once I'm done in the Tower of Hera, I will be heading back to Kakariko Village to free the duck from the statue. I like that I called it a flute. It is obviously the ocarina. But like, you know, yeah, back in the 90s, oh god, I can check the tablet. Mother, get off me. Yeah, back in the day, when this game came out, they just wrote that it was the flute in the book. No, it's just a heart piece. Okay, I don't need that. Yeah, the instruction manual was like Magic Flute. Okay, it's a flute then. But the picture is very clearly an ocarina. Link plays an ocarina in later games. We know what's going on. Small key. The fact that I got a small key is a larger quivers in Swamp Palace. Okay. Ugh, I need to do the basement. Okay. That's what worried me about getting the small key. Alright. Now I can just chill while this happens. What's going on in my Discord DMs? It's just you and Otto. Yeah, I have done a terrible job of advertising this. I don't know. If you want to let Otto know that I'm doing this, more than welcome to join us. God, and I even have things to light stuff on fire. Much appreciated. I think that'll work. Yeah, that works. We always enjoy their company. Oh no. I gotta go back down into the basement. All of the things flipped back. Hello! First time chat. I don't know if I need to interact with that at all in any way. Like, I should be able to one-shot all these dudes. Yeah! Have you not, I suppose if that's your first time chat, then you haven't seen the bird in action. Yeah, I set up, ye old PNG tuber technology. I like it. I think it's cute. I'm biased because I drew it myself. The fun thing is, with the, because I've got the hook shot. Oh god! They're immune to this, they're immune to the hook shot. Since I have the hook shot, normally what you gotta do is you come up to the top floor, you step on this thing, and then you jump down this pit. Nope. You jump down that pit that I just knocked those guys down, and that lets you drop down on top of the big chest, basically. But since I got the hook shot, I can just, you know, hook across the gap. Oh, God. This is... Ow. You see how much damage that shit just did to me? No! Oh, and I used so many arrows. Alright, let's climb back up the tower and do it all again. Yeah, that guy is supposed to be a boss that I fight in the second last dungeon. So I'm accounting that death as acceptable. Ooh, arrows, thank you. Alright, so these dudes' prize pack does contain a 10 arrow drop, which is handy. God. Are you serious? Just run right through the gap at me. Heart piece. That doesn't even hurt him. Luckily, nothing is immune to the hammer. Oh, this dungeon is called the Tower of Hera. Oh, goddamn. This tower is the Tower of Hera. It's on top of Death Mountain. It's the third dungeon you go to. I'm going to step out and back in, and that'll reset all of the pots into place. In fact, I'll step out and I'll show you the map. Yeah, the Tower of Hera up there in the north. Normally it's got the blue pendant, which is currently over on Eastern Palace, but since the rewards have been shuffled, it is instead the red crystal, which is normally in Ice Palace. Yeah, specifically this is Red Crystal 5. And yeah, the boss from this place is normally a giant worm called Moldorm, which I wasn't looking forward to fighting anyway. But having Vitreous be here instead is possibly even worse because, my god, I am not equipped to deal with him. Yeah, the whole thing with Moldorm, he's a bigger version of these guys. He takes several more hits than these guys do. That should have reset the pots. Why did it not reset the pots? Give me arrows, please. One of you pots, please have arrows. No. Okay. Arrows! Okay. We're set again, I think. So yeah, if this is Dungeon 3, and it is the first one I'm actually going to be doing, and the fact that I'm fighting a boss from, like, 8 dungeons ahead, this is not a good scene for me. But I will try. That's not what I want. I can only take 2 hits. I'm drinking my red potion now. Awful. You know what? This is working. This is working. Dang it. I hit him. Okay. All right. God, how many hits does this eyeball take? All right. Hey, we got it. I won't say we stayed out of harm's way, because we absolutely didn't. He wrecked me far worse than he had any right to. But, yeah, there we go. It was better than dropping down onto the platform with him. With no sword, I have literally no way to fight him other than shooting his eyes with arrows, hurling bombs at him. Okay. I'm done up here. Let's save and quit. Go back to Kakariko Village to free the duck from the statue. Yeah, it seems like a good strategy, right? I guess that doesn't count. Yeah, if I had the silver arrows, that fight would have gone so much quicker. Making arrows out of silver makes them hurt more, I guess. I'm gonna hydrate a little bit while this plays. All right. I have freed the duck from the statue. Which means, I guess I'm going to go do the Desert Palace. I'll ride down on a duck. Alright, it's just a heart piece out there, that's fine. I read the book, I pray at the statue thing, and then these heads move around. It's magic, I guess. So, Otto, have you played Final Fantasy IX? Okay. The character I'm playing as is from Final Fantasy IX. Well, that was a terrible idea. Okay. Yeah, I'm playing as Freya Crescent. She's a giant mouse woman who is like a fantastic fighter. Heart container is in the dark. That's very specific. I guess since Final Fantasy XIV loves to be super referential to the rest of the series, maybe my Final Fantasy IV series will be of some use to you? I don't know how much gets referenced in it. I know the lunar whale thing was something in one of their recent deals. That's from 4. Dodge that laser beam real quick. Hey, the Moon Pearl! I kind of expected that. I was like, this is literally the last place I can check. So the Moon Pearl has to be here. Oh, bomb. I am 100% out of bombs. The Moon Pearl is useful because it lets me retain my form in the Dark World. If I go to the Dark World and I don't have the Moon Pearl, I turn into something completely harmless. Link becomes a rabbit. I'm not done in here. Completely forgot to check the big chest. It's funny, because Link turns... Ooh, 1111, my money. A map. Okay. Worthless. Because Link turns into a bunny. Yes. God, I wonder if there's fan art of Bunny Link. Oh, almost definitely. Yeah, but because Link turns into a bunny... there is a cave with a certain glitch on Death Mountain in the Dark World that, for some reason, Link is able to interact with chests, which isn't a thing he can normally do as a bunny. And since he can do that only in this one cave, it has been dubbed Super Bunny Cave by the Randomizer community. I'm not fucking with these tiles today. Alright. That room was pretty efficient. Well, that's not the right side. I don't know, am I going to be able to pick up those arrows? I am. Okay. Good stuff. God, what boss is in here? I don't know. I don't have the compass. So because I have boss shuffle on, all of the bosses in the dungeons are randomized, and the compass for the dungeon tells me what the boss is. But in a situation like this, the boss has the compass. So I have no idea who it is. It's the ice guy. Now, fortunately, I have blue potion. This is going to suck, though. And I am going to die on this, I'm sure. Because all I have is the hammer. Game over. Except not. Alright. Okay. I see how this is. Let's go fly to the witch's hut. Oh wait, I don't have anything for her yet. Bring me a mushroom. I will do that in a minute. I'm gonna buy 3 of these. And then I'm going to fly back and do that again. Blue potion refills health and magic. I do need to beat this boss. That is the thing I need to do. But I don't need to do it right away necessarily. I'll try one more time, and if that doesn't work, I'll go to the Dark World and see if I can find an actual sword. God, I was so excited. I was like, oh man. Oh no, I don't have any magic. I have no magic. Okay, I can fix the no magic problem as well. I just run everywhere. That guard had a sprite glitch on him. My tree pull reward for Tier 1 should be... Why does it keep doing this? Tier 1 tree pull reward should be magic. I guess I wasn't set on Tier 1. It must have been counting all the dudes I killed before. Now I've killed one guy. Give me full magic. Okay. Once more with gusto, let's go fight Cold Stare. I know several of the boss's names in this game. I see what you sent me, Otto. Yeah, basically that. Possibly the least suggestive link art I've ever seen. Once I get into the Dark World, I'll be able to more easily, you know, check more chests. I can't believe I still don't have a sword. They're sending me into the Dark World without a sword. It's doable. Mostly because I have the hammer, and the hammer does count as a mighty weapon for smashing things. They're like, yeah, he can probably beat Cold Stare with the hammer. Why not? Like, it's hard? Like, yes, it is difficult. Oh, you got food? Ow. God, there we go. Okay. Cold Stare officially killed. Thank you for the compass. Jalapeno, You don't strike me as the sort to order things with jalapenos on them. but I could be incorrect.